Hey, everyone. Welcome to a nguhstream. I'm here with my girlfriend, Margaret. Hello. Um, yeah, let's see. So we got a couple people on here right now. I swear to God, I'm going to play at least one round of Geoguessr. Um, I didn't expect everyone to vote so overwhelmingly for conlang work, though, again, I guess this is a conlang channel, so what should I expect? But, so I'm gonna play, I, I, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play at least one round of the heckin' Geoguessr, because I like playing Geoguessr lately. Single player, let's do this. Here we go, state. Hey, Benny, I appreciate your smiley face. Alright, we are in a place where the roads are marked with just white lines and nothing else. I see no evidence as to what side of the road we're driving on. Yeah, these are just trees. Lots and lots of trees. Let's see how far we have to go before we can get to a heckin' location.
I don't know if you're gonna find a sign. This does not look like a very
Yeah,
dense area. I want to guess like Canada almost.
It could be Canada. It could be like a strangely flat part of Colorado. Because look, those are like aspen trees right there.
Yeah, what about the road markings?
There are, well,
Are those
oh,
Oh.
there's something here.
people?
There is something. And so the road lines are white, which tells me it's not America. So what are you people doing? Hey, yes, Nga Mom is here. What is up to you two, Deep Solar, and hey, Alina and Barbro? I'm stalking people on Google Images and
That's
Geoguessr.
suspicious.
That is pretty suspicious. They're like on the run from something.
Yeah, it's gotta be Canada.
Yeah, this looks like a rather Canadian
It's
vibe
got a
going
34.
on here.
We don't have numbers that high here in America.
Yeah, we only count to 50. Yeah, I'm gonna look around a little bit more, but then after that, I'm just gonna guess somewhere in like central or western Canada, because this is getting a little
Yeah.
this is getting a little stretchy.
We could be entirely wrong though.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to take that risk. I am
Just watch it
100%
be,
willing
like,
to take that
Russia.
risk. Yeah, we're gonna say we're over by Saskatoon. That's where we are.
I told you. Somewhere in Russia.
Hey, I got 40 points though.
That's true. That's better than I do most rounds.
Yeah, no, that is
It's surprising
definitely.
how often I manage to guess halfway across the globe.
Hey, PB Cheetah. But yeah, um, yeah, no, that was impressive, impressively vague. Okay, so we're in a tropical region now. I know they put a lot of stuff over in Timor. Oh, belleza. Okay, that's good.
Vote independent.
That looks like it is either
Ronaldo.
Spanish or Portuguese to me, or oh, but wait a second. This could be the Philippines.
Yeah.
Servicio. Yeah, it is. This is Tagalog. At least I think it is.
I mean, it's like got a lot of English in there too.
Yeah, Servicio at Pagbabago ang maltataw ko sa Indo. This looks very Philippines. Oh, okay.
I love
Carlito Becchio Bercasio for
Counselor.
counselor. Yeah, they're the Avengers logo for his campaign.
Does it say at all where it is?
Oh,
I
it
heart
does.
1D. Where's 1D?
One Direction.
There's
That's
like
what it is.
District 1. Okay.
It
yeah.
could be. Yeah,
Well, that might give an indication of the area.
it could. I mean, there's a big election going on wherever this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm putting that linguistics
Also, it's
degree
got
to
a lot
use,
of
all right.
canals. Like this could be. This is probably really close to those like floating Mormon towns in the Philippines.
Mormon towns in the Philippines.
I think it's Mormons, or maybe it's I forget. My anthropology teacher mentioned it. There's like these like towns that are almost entirely built on just struts in the water, and I forget if it's entirely like Muslim or Mormon, but they're like really religiously dedicated and super friendly, at least in the same way that Mormons are.
Nice PR for Mormons we got going
Yeah, shout out to Mormons out there.
on. Yeah. Yep, no, I
for
am
change.
I am not getting much more location out of this.
There's really not a single
yeah.
indication of location on any campaign sign.
Yeah, that's rather impressive. I guess they're all just local elections, but they're not mentioning the name of the town because I guess everyone ought to know because they're in there. So I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna say that this is somewhere in an probably not in Mindanao, but maybe let's say like Nagaspi. Let's see what we get. Oh, I was super close. Nice.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was good. Very nice. Yep, that's exactly.
Yeah, and the chat is lagged, so we apologize. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll take us a second to respond to your comments and all that, but I'm observing them. Don't worry. Will there be highlights of the stream later? There could be.
If you have the energy to edit them.
Yeah, if I have the energy to edit them. I haven't done that in the past, and I might not begin doing that this time, but I will in general begin doing that. I plan on doing it. I just need to work out the logistics and free time because I don't have much of those these days. So we're lucky we're meeting up on a day like this.
19 miles. That's crazy.
That's pretty impressive.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Next.
Okay.
I'm feeling Nevada already.
Well, no. That is cold. Look at the way that grassland is and the trees out there.
Sorry, I just saw absolute desolation and then suburbs, and I just thought Nevada.
It could be in the United States though.
Check what that store is.
Yeah, Marks.
Marks, yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, that's very vague.
Ring a bell for me.
All right, how about you guys? Co-op. I've never heard of that.
Plaza or something.
Edgefield Plaza. Okay, that still.
They had a phone number.
Oh, did they?
No, not over there, but more to the left. To the left more. There's a phone number.
403. Okay, and it has Little Caesars. Okay,
Okay.
403. That means it's probably still closer to the East Coast, but not super close to the East Coast.
What's the speed limit? Is that miles? That's
wait.
gotta be miles.
Is it?
I don't know.
Or does that say Wisconsin and all blurred out?
We got a comment saying I think co-op is Australian or
co-op is
Also
Australian.
vote for California.
Okay. So we have.
But that's not a.
This doesn't look like
miles
Australia.
Per hour speed sign though either.
Yeah.
Just 50.
But that might be like the number of like the road.
What's the price of gas?
Gas price is
$13.29.
$13.29. That is diesel, but that is also definitely not an American-looking gas price.
Yeah. Well, let's keep looking. That's a good intersection.
Yeah, this is a good intersection here. Can we go this way?
Original Joe's. Is that like before Trader Joe's?
ATB Financial, Dollarama. Well, dollar. That's a good sign. Western Financial.
It's in the west of the globe, Robbie.
Oh!
West.
Yeah, it is too flat for Cali. It also looks too cold for Cali. At least, well, I mean, there's a lot of cold areas there.
Wait, I saw Original Joe's. Could it be Canada? Because I thought the point of Trader Joe's was that they were, like, taking stuff from Canada and trading it here. Or did I just read something that really just lied to me on Tumblr or something?
I mean, it could have been.
It could, yeah.
The Crowfoot Liquor Store, okay. That gives me Midwest vibes.
They have golf courses.
They do have golf courses. That could also be Midwest vibes.
We're talking middle class.
There's no front license plates, and the back license plates definitely look American. Yeah.
I don't know how you can tell that when they're blurred.
Well, because of the shape. Because all like European license plates are like super long. I mean, it could still be Canada. Oh. But
Shoppers Drug Mart. This is the most generic place.
Yeah, there is nothing like original here. Better rewards are here.
People are saying it's Canada, and I'm agreeing with them. But then again, I'm really bad at this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say Mr. Lube. Oh, that's good. Garden. Oh, center spelled R-E. Oh, that's Canada. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, and is that a Canadian flag right there? All right. So I'm going for it. We're gonna say that this is over in Canada. I'm gonna say it's got a low number, like it's a 403 area code, And last we checked, North Carolina's in the 300s, so maybe it's like over here-ish, maybe in the Toronto kind of area. I'm gonna guess
But
near.
Toronto's like, I guess, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna guess near Toronto. There's pirates that take Trader Joe's to Canada.
At the same time.
Tux, this is my girlfriend Margaret.
Yeah.
She's been on a couple streams before.
At the same time, though, Toronto's further south than like Minnesota and stuff, and Minnesota doesn't look like this in terms of absolute desolation.
That's true.
Could it be more like
Winnipeg? Because it is a very flat area up there.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I mean, we're gonna take that risk.
Calgary.
Well, I mean, that was a lot better than
Calgary
guessing
was
in
the
Toronto.
Place that you didn't think was real.
Yeah, I did not.
He didn't think
that
Calgary was
a real place.
I'm like, why would it not? We need to take you to Canada. Still not bad though.
Yeah.
Got the right
Okay.
country.
All right. So we are in a tropical-looking place. It's got palm trees.
Yeah. So does Arizona though.
But this looks like an actual tropical place.
Ooh,
we
love
just
that.
changed seasons.
I love that time skip.
Yeah. Wow. We just King Crimson right there.
They had a sign on that store in that old timeline.
Oh really?
Yeah.
In the old timeline,
In the
there's
old
a sign. Oh wait.
Go back in time.
Wait. No, Nova America Mercantil. So that tells me either Spanish or Portuguese.
Wait, go to the old time.
Oh, we're still in the new time.
We're still in the new time. Go to the old time and then turn around.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says Asamblea de Deus. So that tells me Portuguese.
What's the little globy thing at the bottom? That's hard to see.
I have no idea what that
Okay.
says. Yeah, no.
It also says N341 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna give us any info. Vende. Okay. Vende. Phone numbers. Venda. They're commanding us now. Yeah, no, I mean,
They label their addresses interestingly.
most places do their addresses in a more interesting way than the United States does.
Is it kind of like in Utah where it's like in north this number?
Some places do
East
that.
this
Like,
number.
I'm pretty sure Nicaragua is the one that has like their entire thing just based off of general locations.
Supermercado.
Qualidade com economia. So it's definitely Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which part of Brazil?
Véndese esta casa. Yeah, so for sale, this house. Yeah.
Oh, let's buy it.
All right. Yep. Here it is. This is our new home.
Okay, well, let's focus in on Brazil then on the
All right.
map.
So we're in Brazil.
I remember, what was it, near, oh, the camera's in the way. So in that state of Rio de Janeiro, that was where a lot of this looking stuff was last time we played Geoguessr.
I mean, it's a safe guess.
Like near
It is a pretty safe guess. Let's say like outskirts of Rio de Janeiro. Pooh. Wow. Yeah, Brazil
Sorry.
is such a big place. That
is.
ruined everything. Wow. It was in Boa Vista. That is... Wow. What are the odds of that part of Brazil being selected? But dang.
POV, you're going to Brazil.
No! You can't take me to Brazil.
Come to Brazil!
No! Oh, God.
Isn't that what like everyone says on like a
Yeah,
page?
just
Come
like,
to Brazil.
come to Brazil, please. Like on Geography now, like, shout out from Brazil. Seems fairly dry. Yeah, it was. But this is some high elevation content right here. You can tell just from that. White lines on the road again. That tells me Canada again, or Russia. It could be Russia.
Yeah, Canada or Russia.
Yeah.
Russia's like everything. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, Russia and Canada collectively make up a very big part of everything.
Yeah. It's a tiny car. Jeez.
Yeah, that gives me a little bit more Russia vibes.
Got some hoarders.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if you guessed Canada. Or guessed Russia and it was Canada.
Oh wait, there's a street sign here. I gotta read its words. I can't even tell what alphabet that's in.
Okay, fine. Never mind. It's long.
It looks...
Looks almost
It looks like it's the Latin alphabet, but
I thought I saw an umlaut.
yeah, I feel like I can barely see like the hint of an umlaut over that first one.
The essence of umlaut.
Yeah, the essence of umlaut.
The new perfume.
Essence of umlaut. Yeah, so we got like some real backyard action going on
Love
here.
backyard action.
Yeah.
What does that sign say? Move forward one and turn around. Oh, okay, nothing.
Yeah,
Doesn't say
no.
anything.
But
Does
it
look
is
familiar.
really colorful. Through playing this, I know that a lot of signs in like Sweden and Finland have very colorful, like "Don't go here" signs.
These houses do look pretty finished. You asked me.
Yeah. Ahem. Yeah. So, my guess so far is miente.
They're blurring it.
They're blurring it. Those fiends.
Wow, those sneaky little
Those thoughts.
sneaks.
Sneaky little sneaky. Oh.
People are saying it seems like Europe and maybe Germany, which is kind of what I was thinking too.
It
Like
could be
rural
Germany.
Germany.
It could be Germany. Because those are some pretty long words in the streets.
If I knew more about
Didn't.
other countries planning, they got public transportation, so
They
it's
do.
definitely not the U.S. We already established that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got a lot of biking people. Ooh, what can we get off of this?
Ooh.
Oh,
what are we?
shit. Arya.
Sharwar-
Karma. God, it's still. Can we get closer? No.
No.
There's a picture of just a girl. That's...
Well, they don't have girls in Germany, so
Oh
this can't be
yeah,
that.
girls don't exist in Europe.
Wait, no, go back one. You could still see. Go to where the sign was.
Really?
Zoom in. Yeah, go forward one. One.
All right, let's
Back
go
one.
back one.
Zoom in.
Yeah.
Go down. See the name? The Sharwar.
Schwarzkopf.
Yeah.
Kopf.
I don't know why you kept
Schwarzkopf.
trying to read the other
Yeah.
one. Also, they censor so much.
Yeah, I mean some areas they don't censor any of it.
What place would censor everything?
Germany.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Germany would definitely do that. They have
Yeah.
circles too, and oh wait,
Is that a... Wait, no.
Keskusta.
Is that a Swiss flag? Or is it just
Keskusta.
another
That does
sign?
look like a Swiss flag.
But it could be also any other symbol. Damn.
Oh wait, there's more content this way.
Gas.
Gas. All right. We're getting
City
close.
Mart.
City Market.
Oh,
K City Market.
love it.
Yeah, K City
They
Market.
have oil.
Nesta Oil. Autopesu. Finland. I'm saying it's well, that could have been a German company in Finland because these are I mean there is an ad for beer just on the street with lobsters.
See, but there's...
Lobsters surrounding the beer.
See, in Germany, there would be actual beer on the side of the street.
Yeah.
Public transit.
All right, I'm going to split the difference and I'm just going to guess Denmark, the land of the Danes. We're going to guess like here and see if we get either somewhere near Germany or
Yeah.
somewhere near any of
I
Scandinavia.
think that's a fair guess.
It was in Finland. I knew it.
But you didn't guess it? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, I got a new badge. Woo!
Yay.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, that the Canada to Russia one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just giving myself credit on Legazpi in
that was good, yeah.
yeah, the Mayon Volcano National Park. It's the only thing separating me from victory.
Alright, you've got
I've-
9 viewers now.
Yep, that is indeed of the prerequisite for me to continue my journey working on Protostar and Cahelan. And I'm sure that's something.
That's my cue to
yeah,
leave.
Yeah.
Because I don't do language.
Oh, but you speak my language.
English.
Yeah. That
Not
one.
whatever crap you come up with.
Hey.
I'm gonna take my phone.
Have fun.
I'll be back, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. All right, so
You can always have people on the Discord talk to you.
that's true. That's true. I wonder if the Discord buds have been saying anything. Yeah, yeah. All right, so. All right, let's do this. Gotta open up my sheet. You heard me. My sheet. Okay, so basically, what I'm working on right now is I have the Proto-Cern-Cahelan phonology, and I've created the grammatical structure and all that for Proto-Cern-Cahelan. I have a very large list of languages that descend from Proto-Cern-Cahelan, including Autojune. Um, but the only thing is, I've only developed the exact phonological path that led from Proto-Cern-Cahelan to Autojune. Therefore, I need to find a way to map out phonological changes that are going to go on throughout all these things. Because, let me show you the list. I have this chart that should load. There we go. Oh god, this is a... Hang on a second. Can we zoom out here a little bit? A little bit, bud? Can we zoom out, bud? Good buddy? Yeah, it's something. Alright, so I have here like a big ol' thicky tree that's just covered in Proto-Cern-Cahelan and all of its descendants. The ones in green are the ones that are spoken in the present day in, and present day, I mean like around 2010 to 2020 AR in the Fwonn world. Okay, I want to create pretty much all of the ones in green. So Alkin, Alcahrus, Cleonid, Cleo, Nez, Kahila, Mer, Upper Paramachican, Lower Paramachican, Fwonn, which is just Autojune basically. Cracker Bear, there's a little more. Yeah, Pakoyan, Joan, Irkananian, or just Irkun, Shomatek, Ekaplug, Noshin with its descendants West Noshin, Nashilan, Mountain Noshin, Peninsular Noshin, Chis, and Princey, Cern, Smili, Rixian, Rixigentri, Vut, and Shovot. That's a lot of languages, and there's even more ancient ones, and I want to make a couple of the ancient ones as well, such as Ancient Autojune and Ancient Fwonn, or just Ancient Fwonn as it's labeled in here. So there's a lot of things that I want to do in here, but the first step is I want to create on the sheets basically a chart where I'm essentially going to find a way to properly copy and paste everything to have lots and lots of charts that are going to be mapped together with each other somehow, and it's just going to be a really weird way of doing it. But we're going for it. We're going to do this. Smelly. No. Smilly. But yeah. Shut up. We can pretend. Anyway. Alright, so I'm going to be referring to this chart quite a bit. And I'm going to be going over to this sheet here where I took all the consonants and all the vowels, and then over here we have all of them, but my prototype method for doing this, which I don't know how great that's gonna be, my prototype method for that is having 1A be Proto-Cern-Cahelan with its phonology here, and yeah, these ones haven't changed yet, I haven't done any editing to it yet. But so we have 2A and 2B, which are the original two branches. You know, Western Cern-Cahelan and Eastern Cern-Cahelan, because Western is where Autojune is eventually going to come from. Can we just get a clip of smelly? No, Smeely. Yeah, I can do that for you. Oh god.
But I have homework to do.
I accept. Do any of them have retroflex consonants? Not yet, but I fully plan on one of them having it, at least one of them. And the one that I want to have like several retroflex consonants is, where are you? I would like for CERN here. I would like for CERN, modern CERN, to have retroflex consonants in it. because retroflex is fun, but it needs to go for a specific vibe. Obviously, I've had this world has existed within my mind for a very, very long time, and with that, I already know the general vibe of these languages, you know, kind of comparisons to real world languages combined with like what their cultures are like to create like a certain feeling, you know, and that feeling that I have seeded within each of the concepts of these languages is going to be ones that I'm going to inflate, essentially, into the actual thing. So I already know what a lot of the end results need to be. And CERN, yes, indeed. CERN is kind of intended to be, I don't know, this is weird, but linguistically, I want it to feel like kind of a combination of like Scottish English slash Scots, or I mean a combination of like Scots and like Punjabi. I know that's a weird it's a weird combo, but it fits in with the world building, and you know it's a long story. Retroflex R in CERN or another Rhotic. CERN, that's actually meant to be like the schwa with the rhotic, the R colored vowel marker on it. Like that's literally just supposed to be the vowel in there is the So CERN. CERN, along with Prince I, they are going to be having a lot of like rhoticity in them, very lots and lots of it, just because of like their history, because the Prince I especially, they were surrounded by Pernth language family speakers, Pernth being the language family that Pithom is in, completely different language family, but they had a lot of contact with the Prince I and the CERN, and that had a lot of effects on their language. So they're still technically within the CERN Cahelan language family, though they're going to have a lot of differences to them. And we're going to be exploring those transitions as we go. And I most definitely doubt that I'm going to be able to get all of this done tonight during this live stream. This is going to be a thick amount of effort, but we're working through the logistics of creating this table and working out how these transitions are essentially going to happen. I don't even know if I should include the vowels in there in this first stage of making the graphs. Like, I feel like I should, but I'd have to do like a really weird strategy of merging the two tables. I could try and do that now, because that would make my life a little bit easier. Like, can I somehow get like a full vowel chart here? Let's see if I can like copy, and then maybe I can make like a thicker barrier right here. Yeah, no, that could work, right? I could say on this part right here, I could embolden, like, no, not you. I could make extra bold this left barrier right here. Yeah, and well, why don't you have... Alright, no, don't you dare. I swear to God. Oh. I hate it when the graph lines don't perfectly heckin' line up. Alright, and then we're going to go and we're going to put... Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, no, that should work. I'm just gonna have to probably alter this somehow at some point. But that is not something I'm going to worry about immediately. So I'm going to take this again, and I'm going to copy all of you. I'm going to go to sheet 2. I can just, you know, Western CERN Cahelan. There we go. And then you here will have Eastern CERN Cahelan. Whew. All right, so in this graph pattern, at least the way I'm thinking of attempting it at the moment, my ers have retroflexivity, funnily enough. Okay, sometimes mine do. It depends on what part of the word it's in. like Robbie. Yeah, when it's word initial, like my name, Robbie, I do generally retroflex my tongue briefly. But whenever it's a syllabic then it's not. Yeah, that's basically it. I also do the velar L at the end of words. Mine do too, pretty much universally. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's an Arizona thing or a me thing, but that's just how it do be for me. All right. So the way this graph works, there's got to be a better way to do it, but for now, I just have these in categories of how many things lead to how many descendants. So we have 2A is Western Sernkehelan, which is going to lead to the block of all the languages in category 3. And so 3A is going to be Proto-Autojune. I'm going to try and keep the one that leads to Autojune at the top of each row, essentially, if that makes sense. I might color code it too. That might be nice. I'll keep Proto-Sernkehelan blank, but maybe I could try and do things on kind of like a color scale, where I can highlight the backgrounds of these on a scale from, like, maybe I could do a very bright red and keep these ones. We got a lot of layers for that. I could keep them in various layers of red for this, and maybe in various layers of blue for Eastern Sernkehelan. I think that'll work out. So I will make Western Sernkehelan an obnoxiously bright red. Jeez. And I will make Eastern Sernkehelan bleu, blau, as they say in Catalan. Oh God, no! I am not keeping it that dark blue. Hell no! Bright blue, yes. Infuriatingly colorful. Let's do that. Okay, so now on 3A, which is Proto-Autojune. Again, we're not worrying about the content of these graphs yet. I'm just graphing it out. Proto-Autojune. Oh God, I cannot type. There we go. Make Western Sernkehelans as obnoxious as their color. Yeah, I mean, I can't say that a lot of them aren't obnoxious. You know, again, I haven't really talked too much about the general world building. I mean, all the stuff that relates to the peninsula where Autojune is spoken is in the book, which you can still request on Google Forms, because I'm still going to get it printed out and sell it at some point. But that's beside the fact. I'm gonna talk about a lot of the history later on. I've got like a general plan set up for what like the coming months will be like for my content, and I don't want to spam too much of my own world building in a one blast, because I feel like people would get bored of that. But I'm gonna say later on, like towards the end of the year, I'm gonna do a little bit more of a dive. I was trying to say deep dive, but then I tried to put so much emphasis on it that I just combined it into dive. Yeah, this stream needs more yeah. Wait, you have a book? Yeah. No, my whole college honors thesis was making the book for Autojune. It's literally like, what is this? It's like 300 pages long. It contains a lot of my first scene translations. It's a dictionary. It's a history of the peninsula, like a really in-depth history of the area where Autojune is spoken. It's the full like grammar, syntax, morphology. There's a brief historical section, but honestly that is completely invalid now that I've been doing all this work. So I'm going to be making an updated version, especially since I've changed the orthography since entering version 9. I will do a volume 2. 100% I will. As soon as there's enough people who want to buy it that it becomes like, you know, not a monetary loss for me, then I will do it. Yeah, because again, a lot of things have changed. There's the whole historical linguistics part that I'm doing now, and there's the whole orthography change that I put into it, along with a much bigger dictionary. that might need to be a separate book all its own, because that would make this a very, very thick book. Yeah. But again, like in the description of most of my videos, I put like a little link to a Google form that you can fill out if you're like legitimately interested in the book. We're holding you to that. I'm holding myself to that too. What level of thesis? Like undergraduate honors thesis, creative project kind of thing. Like it was a ton of work, but it's, you know, it was more of a creative project that encapsulated my whole linguistics degree experience than, um, you know, than like a thesis where I'm researching something in the real world. But it was a good time, and it was a ton of effort, and I streamed the full defense. It's like an hour-long video. You could watch it if you want, and there's also a highlights video of that. It's like 20 minutes long. It was a good time. I was originally going to be doing like a massive, you know, a big old party, because, you know, I scheduled it back in like December, before things, you know, went 2020 on us. And I was going to have like a massive celebration, a feast with all my professors and all that, and I was going to live stream it and have like a live Q&A and all that. But then, you know, everything kind of fell apart conveniently whenever my defense was going to be on March 24th. So, yeah, I nearly gave up entirely on it, but I managed to wrap it all together and do a relatively successful live streamed conlang thesis creative project defense, and it was a good time. Yeah, no, I'm 21. I have not gotten to the point of doing a master's or doctoral thesis defense. Yeah. No. But I can still say that I've done a thesis, and I will definitely do so, as I have. So yeah, again, if you like legitimately want the book, volume 2 of the book, as it will be, put your thingy in the form, and we shall see how long it takes for it to not be a monetary loss to me anymore. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we need to be able to call you Dr. Nga. God damn it. In high school, people called me the PhD because we had a teacher who faked having a PhD, and then she got caught while we were in her class, and then she basically ran from town. She like skipped town, disappeared forever. And so just like the concept of having a PhD was just like a big meme in our school for the longest time. And we started doing quizzes on Kahoot, and every time I would win a quiz in Kahoot, like get in the top 5, I would add a PhD to my username. And yeah, no, it was a good time, though. I still am resisting the urge to do that with my life. We'll see. I'm heading towards paleobiology, which tinted my view on that. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that 100% makes sense. Paleobiology sounds awesome, but I feel like if I was doing something like paleobiology, I would not have time to have a YouTube channel and edit a video every week. Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna color layer 3 a more dim red. Maybe like a kinda... Ooh, that's more of a dark red than a dim red. But I can still read it. It's not too disgusting. So I'll keep it. Alright, so what other things come from the branch here? So we have Proto-Origin as one of these levels. Alright, then next is Proto-Fwonn. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna duplicate this tab so I don't have to keep switching between it on my own thingy-mabob. Yeah, okay, there we go. Very nice. So 3A, we'll say that this is going to lead to category 5. Alright, now we have 3B, which is going to be... Oh, that's a link. Oops. I am dumb. Alright, let's copy and paste this kiddo here. Oh, well, what's this? This is me working on imaginary historical linguistics. It's a good time. Alright, so Proto-Fwonn will be this one. Oh shit, I forgot. If I need to add extra categories onto this, I'm gonna need to add entire extra rows. So I'm gonna have to like copy and paste massive chunks of tables and stuff. Ugh. I'll deal with that later. It's easier to do that once I have this all structured out and put together. So this is gonna lead to category 6. Alright. Very nice. Maybe I should, keep these things into separate rows. Like, I could put everything it's going to be a really big list of things that's going to be spewing out of this branch. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to put it over here, separate it a couple rows, and then start up this way. Yeah, so that we can keep the red descendants and the blue descendants separated from each other. That will be a good time. Must shift in my chair. There we go. Alright, so we have those two, and that's not all, because there's more branches. We have Proto-Fwonn. We have, under Proto-Fwonn, we also have Proto-Shomach. Alright, so 3C will be right here. Oh god, wait, and that will be... Wait for it. Boom, just like that. We'll call that Proto-Shomach. Epic. And then we have Cerndian is just Eastern Cerncahelan. So that is it for the second layer. Cool. So if the second layer is complete, we'll say that this leads to category 7. Very good. Now we need to take one of these, and we need to go to... Yeah, we need to go to level 5. Level 5 is going to take us to the Autojune branch. Okay, so we're going to say 5A. Here is going to be this. I'm going to change the color and make it a dimmer red. There we go, keeping things still generally color-coded. This is no longer Proto-Autojune. This is... Oh, God. Whew. Okay, this is going to be upon this layer. No, I guess there aren't too many layers between these eras on here. Very nice. Yeah, so we're going to say that this is... I'll just do it in order on the table. This will be Proto-Alkan. Well, no, I wanted to keep them pretty Autojune-centric, keeping the Autojune stuff in the A category. So we're going to call this Ancient Autojune. Now, before I proceed, there's another document that I need to open up real quick. Because I put a lot of subcategories to the development over time. Oh wait, no, it's not in this one. It's in reverse evolution of Cerncahelan Phonology. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have Western Cerncahelan, Proto-Autojune, Ancient Autojune. Oh wait, no. Okay, that's good. Ancient Autojune to Old Autojune to Early Old Autojune. That's not grammatically correct. Well, I mean it is, but it's fake. I'm just gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna put it in here. Yeah, don't worry about that. God, that's some weird spacing going on with those letters. Woo! Pretty cringe. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, ancient Auto-June happening right there. Okay. Ancient Auto-June is in the same category as Proto-Alcan. So 5B, we have undo that. All right, undo that. We're just gonna keep the color coding matching. It's gonna be pretty tasty. There we go. This is Proto-Alcan. All right, Proto-Alcan. There's also Proto-Lu. That's cool. 5C. We'll have Proto-Lu right here. Cool. 5D. How much of a market do you think there will be for TikTok APKs? I don't know what an APK is. Let me look that up real quick. I'm going to specifically type it in as TikTok APK to see what that means. APK download. Download TikTok APK. What does that mean? Like, is that just application but with a K? I think it is. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about like how, like, whenever Flappy Bird went away, like, suddenly phones that had Flappy Bird on them are worth, like, a ton of money. I feel like that will happen eventually, briefly, very briefly, but most of all, I think what Android package, yeah. I feel like what's going to happen is kind of what Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers was talking about. How people could really just, like, for now at least, they could just get, like, some kind of advanced VPN on their device and then just download it as if they're in another country. And they could even, like, get updates from it by pretending that they're in another country because it won't be banned in the country. They're talking about later on, like, mandatorily deleting it from everyone's phones, which we'll see if that's even allowed. But
the thing about TikTok that's valuable is its algorithm, and that's what they're refusing to sell.
Oh, so, the algorithm, yeah. That TikTok algorithm is pretty scary. I mean, I never had TikTok, but I've witnessed a lot of TikTok cringe, and I've heard people talking about what they like about TikTok, and it seems mostly to have been just like how quickly things that they're interested in just seem to appear.
They literally perfected it where you could spend like 8 hours on TikTok and not even notice.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. Yeah, and manually deleting it from everyone's phones, that is a little bit creepy, but I mean, you know, we've had red scares before. And pretty wild things have happened. So it ain't totally unprecedented what people could do for fear of the commies. Let's see. So Cleonid is the next one I need to put on here. Yeah, 5D will be Cleonid. Really? Yeah, I guess it is. I'll just call it Ancient Cleonid because I have it in 2 categories here. Because Cleonid, their language is meant to develop really slowly. Like, they're going to be, like, kind of like the Iceland of Germanic languages, where it's kind of a time capsule of, like, really slow evolution. Yeah, because they're relatively near the Fwonn Peninsula, but Auto-June is, you know, going to be super old, but also changing wildly over the course of history. Meanwhile, Ancient Cleonid into Modern Cleonid is going to be kind of like a glimpse into nearly 2,000 years into the past comparatively. I'm making a fictional oxlang, and my new favorite consonant cluster is S-tap. Oh. Zda, 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 zda. Ooh. No, that is pretty cool. And, oh god. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Those are also very cool. I've never even, like, considered that second one as a thing. But it definitely could be. And obviously it is. I appreciate that. Very nice. We'll see what kinds of wild combinations I come up with in these many, many, like, mini languages that I'm going to be coming up with over the course of this. Ooh, it's going to be an adventure. Alright, so Ancient Paramachican is the next on the list. Okay. Ancient Paramachican. Yeah. Alright, and then... Is there more? Nope, that is it for those categories, right? Yeah, so that's it for 5. Yeah, and we're going on the AutoJune path right now. So we're gonna say that 5A is going to leads to 8. This is gonna leads to 9. And this is gonna leads to 10. Jeez, this is gonna be a big document. Leads to 11. And leads to 12. Okay, and of course, we're going on to 8 first because we want to get to AutoJune on this graph as soon as possible. So, we're going to go down here. We're going to call this 8A. I might need to move on to an entire new column at some point soon because this is getting a little wild. Okay, so now that was... Now on here I just have it going from Ancient AutoJune, well, from Proto AutoJune to Ancient AutoJune to Fwonn AutoJune to Princey AutoJune to Fwonn Kata, which is modern AutoJune essentially. But I'm going to be basing the AutoJune path more on this development here. We did Ancient AutoJune. We're going to do Early Old AutoJune. Right? There's a bit of a flux in the timeline right here. So Early Old AutoJune is going to be next on the list. We have early. Oh, don't need that word there. Okay. Hang on a second. It looks like a bit of a delay has occurred. Alright, cool. There we go. Anyway, continuing. So this one, Early Old AutoJune, that is going to need to be a different color because it's a different layer. I'm going to make it just a layer lighter here. Early Old AutoJune, we will say that leads to 13. Okay, and then I know for a fact that we have, yeah, yeah, I might just go immediately to 13 for that. So 13A. Actually, I can't do that. I need to do all these various other subcategories that are within 8. So the ones who come from Ancient AutoJune include Early Old AutoJune. We have Froofy. So we have 8B is going to be Froofy. Good times. Looks like I'm incompetent to copy and paste things. Alright, so I'm just going to call it Old Froofy so I can add on another thing if I need to. Okay, so 8C. We're going to say the Zeshan Creole. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. Zeshan Creole is a combination of Cleonid and Old AutoJune. Oh, that'll be a fun one. Alright. Zeshan Creole. Okay, and now 8D is going to be Fwonn. I feel like that is going to have to come in the next layer of history, because this is early Old Auto-June and not, middle, Old Auto-June. Oh god. So, we're going to skip out on that layer for now, and then Cracker Bear. I refuse to let like 2,000 years pass with nothing else changing, so I'm going to also call that Old Cracker Bear. Capital O. Cool. So we have that. Alright, so from that point, we have... Yeah, so now we need to go on to category 13, which is going to be normal Old Auto-June. So yeah, 13A. I'm going to put that there. We're going to change its color to be like a... I'm not going to make it all the way bright yet, but it's going to be a different color. So early Old Auto-June, that's going to become just average, everyday Old Auto-June. Alright? So Old Auto-June, and as according to what we have here, yeah, Fwonn Auto-June exists independently of that. So Old Auto-June is going to just lead into Middle Auto-June, to Ruxikat, to Early Modern, to later Early Modern, and then to Modern. So let's do that. In this case, Old Auto-June 13, that's category 13. Let's just say leads to 14. It leads to 15. Leads to 16. So 13 is going to lead to 17. This is going to be a really, really heckin' big chart. Like, absolutely enormous chart. We're okay with that, though. Alright, so in this same time period as Old Auto-June exists, we also are going to have Fwonn Auto-June come into existence, right? Let me consult the history book real quick, because the Fwonn Auto-June period happened 720 AR is whenever the Fwonn Auto-June period happened. So I'm actually going to hold off on that. There's a little bit more of a time period to go before we get to that point. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we need to wait. This is approximately what they're speaking at 1 AR. We still need to go another layer before that happens, and that might need to be 17, Whew. Big oof. Thickest oofus. Alright, so is there anything else that's coming out of level 13 for Old Auto-June? No, it does not look like there is. So it looks like 17 is going to end up being the Middle Auto-June, and only in the time of Ruxikat. Ruxikat is most likely synonymous with Fwonn Auto-June. So we're going to consider this to be the Fwonn Auto-June period. And I like calling it Ruxikat better because Fwonn Auto-June was the state. That was the name of the country, and not the name of the language necessarily. It was specifically called Ruxikat or Reuchikat because it was spoken in Reuchun, Rook City, and that's where the language melded a lot with both Pakoyan and Fwonnel to become closer to what Auto-June had today. So there's a big shift that's supposed to happen in this main body of time here between 1 AR and 1600 AR is where like the big boy changes happen. So it's good. Let's do this. So we're going to, we're just going to go to 17A here. And again, this is just one branch of the tree. Holy shit. So early Old Auto-June, no. Not Old Auto-June. But this is going to become... we'll take it on a more orange scale at this point. So middle Auto-June. Yeah, so middle Auto-June is going to be here. That's going to lead to 18. And again, there's probably more variables in here that I could fit in later, but this is just like a really big project, so... Hey, Hayden, you made it. You're doing something similar where you're making a bunch of languages from one proto-lang, currently working on the proto-lang while having this in the background. Awesome. No, I'm glad you're inspired because I've wanted to do this for a long time, and my bud Salem, you know, the guy that I did the Mondia review for, he's got his proto-language and its descendant languages like heckin' developed. And yeah, so I told him, like, give me a few weeks. I'll show you what I got. And so we're going for it now. And don't worry about it, Hayden. My young bionicle apprentice. I've got Kopaka here to comfort me through the journey. Don't stress. I also have a Hexbug Scorpion here. I just got it. I can't believe they started making frickin' Hexbugs again. Anyway. Anyway. Middle Auto-June. Again, middle Auto-June is just going to lead to Ruxicat. It'll be a fun time. So 18A. That's going to be here. And at this point, we're going to take it to a deeper orange. Or maybe I should take it to like bright orange at this point. I mean, we're getting close to the present. We're getting there. So, Ruxicat. And again, if you notice that I'm pronouncing these things differently depending on the context, it's because, like, you know, I created all these cultures and all this history before the languages existed, so they literally have English names for them. So, don't worry about that. Leads to 19. So Vulgarlang spat this phonology out. Not Vulgarlang. It was the SCA2 sound change applier from Zompist and Mark Rosenfelder and all them. Yeah, that's where all this came from. And it's a refined version of it too. I didn't just like straight up take everything that got converted out of that monstrosity, and I refined it to make it more sensible. And I also created the grammar and all that, and I updated the phonology a little bit. But overall, yes, this is a result of that crazy adventure. All right, so Ruxicat existed during that time period, which is Fwonn Auto-June. Fwonn Auto-June, as you can see in the book, you know, that was the period. Can you see that? Fwonn Auto-June period, 720 AR to 1276, which is when the Princei invaded, and of course brought on some good old linguistic and cultural changes into the mix. So during that time period, we're going to have a bit more developments that are happening. But I think for the sake of simplicity right now, I'm going to keep that to a one language category right now, even though in reality there was more. Now I have 3 copulae: the normal, the loquitur, and the equitive. I mean, yeah, honestly, that's all you need. Especially if you're trying to make a language that's like as devoid of verbs as possible. Just like a select few copulae can really account for nearly everything if you can craft everything the right way. So it's a fun time. All right, so from Ruxicat, I'll just make this one straight up orange. So here we have Princei Auto-June, not Auto-June, but Auto-June. Okay, so that's going to lead to 20. There we go. Very good. And again, I'm just going to go to 20. I'm just going to go to 20 from here. We're going to put you there. And from Princei Auto-June, we get, it's 2 different languages are going to develop from that time period, which is going to be Early Modern and also Princeweik. Though those are the 2 branches that are going to come off of Princei Auto-June. Yeah, because I have that written in here. Princay Arojun is just the language that was spoken during that's the time during the colonization by the Princai in Arojanza and pretty much throughout the peninsula. It was different from that. We get a development separately from Princai Arojun into early modern Arojun and Prince Vike. So those should actually those might need to be all in the same column because they technically all kind of developed during like the 1300 to 1600s period. You're having trouble organizing lexemes and morphemes. Well, I mean, there's a lot of ways you could attempt to do that. Hang on. Like for morphemes, it's best to like kind of create little trees. You know, I have a section with decently done trees in here whenever I get to the morphology section in the book. Where is it? Yeah, so basically there we go. I mean, it's most definitely going to be very hard to see, but I kind of, for every branch of morphology that I have going on in the language, I made an explanation for exactly what happens in each of the situations. Starting off with ones that are phonologically based, and then going on to ones that are like semantically based or just based on other kinds of variables that create irregularities. So I did like basically a paragraph with several bullet points for each of the possibilities of how the morphemes can differ in certain situations. And then I did, and again, it's going to be hard to see, but where is it? And then right here I would do a tree where there's like the basic morpheme and then all the allomorphs that come off of it. And I think that was a pretty good way of doing it. It takes a little bit of reading to like catch up onto it unless you start making like like declension class systems for everything. And then for lexemes, I just had like a big root word dictionary on an Excel spreadsheet, and I would just, Control F and look for the definition I was looking for. I have it in the book also, just like the big old list of root words that I had at the time. And now I have an even more massive Excel spreadsheet that has like everything on it. I don't even know how I'm gonna get that into volume 2. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but it's definitely possible. Utilizing the magic that is Excel or Google Sheets is definitely the best way to keep things stored, especially with that magical find tool that you can just get everything that you need out of it. At least that's my humble opinion. All right. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, so we are over here. I would like to get you. I'd like to get that. Slap that here. And so we're going to get the one that develops is actually early modern Arojun is going to be the first one, because again, I'm keeping all the ones that directly lead to my fully developed Arojun on top, and then below we're going to have the other ones. So early modern Arojun is here. This is not 20A, this is 19B. Then we'll have Prince Arojun, and then we will have Prince Vike. And we will again call it Old Prince Vike, because the Prince Vike language continues to exist for a long time after this. Alright, and then we are going to go to 20A. 20A we're going to put right there. We're going to change its color again. Maybe even like a yellowish. Let's go. We can go with this like tangerine-ish color for this one. It's a little obnoxious. Kind of gave me a little bit of eye pain, but it's okay. All right. See you later, Deep Solar. Have a good time. GG to you. Alright. So from this point, we are going to say that we have another early modern Auto-June. That was the best I could call it, just 1300 and 1600, I guess. So we're going to call that I'm just gonna call that later early modern Auto-June. Or actually no, at this point it's filling up too much space. I'm just gonna call Auto-June 1600 AR. Okay, Auto-June 1600 AR, and that is going to pretty smoothly evolve into the modern ones. Yeah, because at that point there was a lot more stability in the area. As you can see, if by chance, you know, you had my document, or somehow, which is physically impossible, I had the book, you could see that there was the colonization of the Parmachicans that began in 1563, where they fully took over everywhere except gave like a loose kind of fiefdom state to Ruxalusha, where Reohun is. So there wasn't a ton of linguistic conversion attempts going on there, though if there was anywhere where that happened, it would probably be in Fwonn, because during this era, the Parmachicans, they literally destroyed the city of Fwonn, leveled it essentially, and then they made it a prison city. So that's where they sent prisoners from all over the place. So there would be a lot of people natively speaking Parmachican, or whatever layer of Parmachican they'd be at this point. And yeah, that I'm going to say that there's going to be two branches into this stage. So we're going to have Auto-June 1600 AR, and then it'll be a very loose, like, I'll call it a Parmachican Creole. So you gotta keep in mind what's going on in the world at this point in time. Auto-June Game of the Year edition. Yeah, 100%. Alright, so if we have 19B, hypothetically, leads to 21. Alright, this is going to lead to 22. Leads to 23. Leads to 24. Alright, so 23 is going to be the next category, because 23 is going to be Auto-June 1900 AR, which is the one that I did for this thesis. And I mean, Katao 9.0, the one that I'm working on right now, the version of Auto-June with like the different orthography and all that, that's technically Auto-June 2000, but it's really just different variations of the same language. There's been a slight phonological shift, but it hasn't been massive, you know, it hasn't been absolutely tragic. So I'm going to paste. We're going to just call it Auto-June 1900 AR. Now we're going to change that color over to, let's just do like a pale yellow. It's a bit anticlimactic, but oh well. Alright, so Auto-June 1900 AR, and we will say that that leads to 25. And 25 will be right here. And that is going to be Auto-June spelled differently, because orthography. Alright, Auto-June 2000 AR, you will not be orange. You will be obnoxiously yellow. Hell yeah. Whew. Alright. Well, 25 categories later, and a lot of work that I'm going to have to do later. Oh, God. Oh God. Yeah. And I haven't even started the Eastern Cerncahelan branch, let alone delve deeper into any of these other branches that are happening. What tech level is the modern world at? Well, I mean, it's an interesting story, the technology that they have, because they were kind of in like medieval era technology up until one AR. AR stands for after the rediscovery or after the remodernization, because that's when like functional human technology, like future humans, so they thought these were magical things like electricity and like very powerful power sources, whether nuclear or otherwise. Those kind of things were discovered, and basically the people, the pups, started remastering these technologies as best they could, but the information started spreading all over the place, and it really caused a big shift around the world. So a lot of things were rediscovered, a lot of things were considered still magical and slash or are still magical, wink wink. And so basically what you have is it's kind of like a lot of the original flow of technological advancement got halted or thrown off into a completely different direction 2,000 years before the present. So it's kind of like, the generally medieval culture, kind of. Like imagine medieval Europe style of like chivalry and battling and all that kind of stuff, but you have like a combination of like crude 1930s era technology like radios and extremely basic television and guns and aircraft, but really crude, weird aircraft that are like based on things that were discovered from the remains of humanity, but definitely had to be like completely re-engineered by them, and it became like a different way, but they still kind of shaped it after the humans. That combined with just a series of occasionally present but mostly hidden or destroyed, like all powerful objects that are still mostly considered magical by most of the people in the world because they don't understand how it possibly could have happened. Yeah, like kind of with the they made fluorescent light tubes into guns and stuff. Kind of like they find guns, they find sound cannons and things. It's just it's a really weird mixture. Like it's basically it depends on the area. Like the peninsula, the Fwonn Peninsula, didn't have much human technology on it because it was really created in a series of like pretty strong seismic events that happened over the course of like 2 to 4 million years after humanity went extinct. That's why the world map is like our world, but just like slightly altered. Like certain things went underwater, certain things got higher up, and the Fwonn Peninsula formed both out of a combination of like shifting of like tectonics, bringing a big chunk of land upwards, and a lot of volcanic activity that happened where like Clipperton Island is. Like it's off of Mexico. So that area, since there was no real human presence there, they didn't have much except for over like right along the eastern frontier. I could pull up the map real quick again. So like, so this peninsula is completely something that did not exist in the real world, as you could see if you look at a map. But over here is like Mexico, and here's like an extended rim of Baja California, essentially. And then it kind of just formed there because over in this area, God, I cannot like do this mirrored. But yeah, there's a big meteor impact here, cataclysmic event, maybe even nuclear, but like who knows? I don't even know. It's part of the mystery of the world. But overall, a lot of these human discoveries had to kind of creep in from other regions, especially whenever the Princei and the Paramachicans took over. Yeah, the naval battles, their naval battles are pretty interesting. They're not too known for like ocean travel per se. That's more of an Alkin and a Prince Eye thing. The Prince Eye, they're like the big boy sailors. They're like the Vikings essentially. Oh, hey. Yes, yes indeed. Welcome from Discord. And yeah, I am very excited to reach 1,000 subscribers. That has been a dream of mine since I was but a wee lad. I mean, if you really want to dig in deep, I've had 2 YouTube channels before this, each one cringier than the last. But honestly, the saddest part is that the very first YouTube channel that I had was technically the most popular. I got videos with hundreds of thousands of views in that. I'm not gonna go too deep into what it was, but it was, you know, Puffles from Club Penguin, and you know how they had like, um, you know how they had stuffed animals that came out of the Puffles from Club Penguin. Well, I had all of those stuffed Puffles, and each of them was a character controlled by my hand or one of my friend's hands, and we made a series of Puffles essentially. And at first, you know, I was just posting them because I was like, huh, I want to keep track of the story that I'm telling and just have it on YouTube. But gradually, like thousands of people started actually watching it, and and yeah, I stopped doing it before middle school started because I was like, I ain't about to be a person posting Puffle videos while I'm in middle school. But I started checking back on the comments later on like the last episode that I released, and people were like, "Come on, this guy was my favorite character," blah blah blah, and it was pretty great. But my most popular video was on that channel. It was just a 40-second ear rape clip of me blowing pressurized air on the propeller of a Lego plane, and it was just called Propeller Power, and it got like 200,000 views and a ton of dislikes, and everyone was just like rip headphone users and all that. Um, yeah, that was my first channel. The second channel was a little bit more streamlined, but it was during my edgy high schooler phase, so it was just like a lot of edgy movies and book reviews and stuff. Um, and then now we're here. And this one, obviously, I am actually working on, and we're getting to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. And I've created a Patreon, you know, patreon.com/nga. It's pretty easy to find. Wink, wink. I greatly appreciate. Um, but yeah, so this is the one I'm really going for, and I'm going for the subscribers. I'm going for the watch time hours. We're gonna get monetized, hopefully. You know, we'll see. I got a scam email offering for YouTube promotion, and I figured out it was a scam pretty quickly. But I was still pretty honored. Like, wow, someone considered me scam worthy. You know, I never gotten an email like that before, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'd love a novel series in this world. Oh, I would too. I've made many comic series over the course of my childhood. I'm gonna show them in a video sometime when I start getting more into the world building. I would love to make a novel series, but more than that, I would love to make a comic series. I had an iPad Pro, and I love drawing on that thing, but it fell off of my car and got obliterated.
No, it fell from my car.
Oh, it fell off of my girlfriend's car, and it got obliterated in the middle of the night. So, you know, of course I like drawing on paper and stuff too, but I was really looking forward to getting started on a comic that way. But, you know, someday. Yeah, I'm not gonna answer the scam emails. Like, it ain't gonna happen. Well, once I know that there's gonna be real emails coming, which, you know, it should not be yet. I only have 730 subscribers. It's definitely just clickbait at that point. But yeah. So someone attempted to hack my Disney Plus account. I mean, rest in peace.
Just had to see Mulan.
Yeah, the hacker was just so desperate to see the live action Mulan, the greatest film of the century. Oh God, absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry for your loss. Do dual factor authentication, then you'll be notified. I mean, if they tried and failed to hack your account, you probably did get notified. But, you know. Oh god, I wasn't scrolling there. But yeah, someday there will be a comic series for this, and or books, whatever I have more time and effort to do. That'll come at some point though. I've foreshadowed it before, and I'm foreshadowing it again because it is a life dream of mine. Along with having a YouTube channel that gets beyond 1,000 subscribers, that has been something I've longed to have since I was 9 years old. So it's gonna happen. I believe we've got the strength.
I hear starting a YouTube channel is pretty easy, so you should probably start with that.
You know what? I will. God. You keep paying them with contracts or something. Oh, you've experienced it before? Yeah, no. I have witnessed enough of people's horror stories and also people memeing around with scam emails to know not to do them.
Scam baiting?
Yeah, the scam baiting. That's fun. So hopefully I don't fall for any of that. I feel like I'm not the Nigerian prince kind of person, though. We'll see who manages to fool me. Anyway, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream because, we're at an hour and 31 minutes so far. I've made this chart. I would like to make at least the first generation of changes written down on this chart because, this is gonna be a ton of work. It's going to be like an absolute ton of work. So I need to go and open up the next document. Not my ASU document. Oh no. Oh god. So where are you? Big ol' scoobity boop. PSC Phonology. And I hope I wrote all those things down because that's going to be rather important. Oh shit. Oh god. Wait a second. This will be slightly more difficult if I don't actually have that. Shui Hua Piao Piao, Romanization Maker, Sandy Espo. Oh god. Auto-June Sentences, Arizona Forecast, Shui Hua Piao Piao. Yeah, I already wrote down the comic plot line in case I ever do the comic. Though this is going to be slightly more difficult if I don't actually have the trail of phonology because that was supposed to be in here. Yeah, you get a glorious look into my Google Docs. It's a real adventure, isn't it? Oh heck. Yeah, I'm a bit confused as to where the content came from. Oh, look at that. It's the script for my Language of the Rabbids video. Yeah, if you didn't notice me kind of like glancing my eye to the side every now and then, it's because I was using a script. I don't usually do scripts, though. A lot of the videos that I'm coming out with in the near future are big boy videos, and I have scripts written out for them because they're very important to me. But I've kind of fixed the monitor, so now my second monitor is above the first one, so I don't have to glance my eyes to the side anymore. It'll be a lot more teleprompter-like than, oh god, what are my lines kind of looking like. But no, the vast majority of my videos I completely improvise, and then I just edit out the parts where I ramble. And it seems to work out pretty well. Yeah, no, I am honestly a bit confused as to what happened to these boys. Because I kind of need them. I kind of need those phonology lists. It's a little bit important to what I'm trying to do, you know? You know? It's a slight oof going on here. I mean, it's not 100% a total loss. Because I can just look at these and I know what sounds are going to be in here. Though that means it's going to take an even slightly extra long time. How do I write a script but still make it sound natural? Well, because with my linguistics training, as the descriptivist that I am, I don't try and write my scripts like fancy eloquent sentences or anything. I write it out as if it was something that I was gonna say, but I just kind of cut out the filler and just go for it. Yeah, so I just write as much akin to how I would actually speak in real life as I possibly can, without filler words, and that generally works out pretty well, and, I just go for it. You make a conlanging folder. Well, I mean, this whole thing was supposed to be the conlanging folder. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any of that time. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Don't forget we're hiking at 5:30 in the morning, so we might want to be waking up at 4:45.
You are absolutely correct. Again, I'm just gonna get some thick phonology written down for at least this layer of the phonology.
No, you're fine. You could go for a whole nother hour. You'll probably still be fine. So
Yeah.
do what you gotta
Yeah. It's just things usually start getting glitchy on here when I get beyond 2 hours.
Oh, really?
So it's happened a couple times before. So I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna look at what we have here. Fwonn. Do we have nga on there? Yes, we do. We have that. We have that. We have that.
Cannot have that.
Hey, and well, yeah, you're completely right. So we're going over here. Full. Do we have We do have Cool. I'm gonna shift you to there. Alright. Fungizdonga. I feel like all of those are sounds that we have in here. Fungizdonga. Yep, that's good. Alright. Fosuk. Is that a thing that we have in here? Yep, it is. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these, obviously. I'm just going to, get to the point where I've identified all the phonemes that exist in here. Oh, well, that's why. I'm looking in the Proto-Cerncahealing category. I'm a fool. Alright. Don't worry about it. Don't. Oh, God. Alright. Fongisdenga and Fosuk. Yeah, so we have long vowels and short vowels as distinctions in here. And so we're going to have to insert those into the vowel categories. Not you, not you. There we go. Vowel categories. We're going to go over here. And we are going to say that there is also an oo in there. There's also going to be one for basically every one of the other ones. Fungizdana, that's all stuff that still exists. Fosuk, umunelk, Fupilulstunga, Fuzdib, Buduj. Buduj. J is most likely a combination that is in there and is new. So we're going to go in here. Well, we can't copy and paste that yet because I need to add an affricate category. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Alright, so you, kiddo, buddy boy, little buddy boy thought. Alright, we can just move you down 2 columns over here. We're going to create a new row. Isn't that great? I just love making new rows. There we go. And we're just going to call this one. Now, let's call the affricate should go there. So we're going to control and we're going to shift all of y'all. We're going to X you and we're going to slap you there. Oh. And then we're going to... Cool. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to take you. Yeah. I'm going to take... Actually, no. I'd like one that has a little destructive power inside of it. And we're going to take you, and we're going to add an affricate. Affriocate. Hell yeah. Affricate, we have J. J, you're going to put yourself right there. How do you like the sound of that? Pretty sure there weren't too many phonological changes in the first layer. Oh. Click inside of it. There we go. Okay, J exists now. Alright, Fubanga, Bodelnga, Rolnga, Orn, Ritel, Risnelnga, Ringang, Termung, nope, that doesn't count. Runga, Rovitan, Ort, Jungi, Menga. Ah, there's the long I. Very good. Okay, we're taking long I, and we are going to put this in here. Yep, long I, you are going in the red zone. Yeah, doesn't matter too much. Juts. Alright, Jujukunga, Jujikunga, Jujuju, Foodvug. We have good in there, yeah. Umethil, Uguj, Foss. Oh, there's a long O. We've got long O. I love me a long O, if you know what I mean. Alright, then we have Chowispa. So do we have Ch? I think Ch might be a new one. Yeah, velar fricative. It exists in Western Cern Cahelan. That's a good sign going forward. I want that. Alright, fricative. Boom, just like that. Alright. Chidvunga. Choholnga. H exists, right? Yep, H exists. Cool. Henga. There's our long E. Long E. Good stuff. Fodom Huchan. Dvostvelnga. Kug Kumux. I want to see if I can get to. I need a long A. That's what I need. Because I don't think there's too many other sounds in here that were added in phonologically. Dhotvod. Dolstnunga. Thilnga. Thidungam. Thilnga. Up. Ch. We have ch. Can't forget about ch. We got our next affricate. Slap that affricate right there in the affricate hole. Oh yeah. Right in the affricate hole. That's good. Chuts, chahots, chiltunga. That one also doesn't count. Fern, vol. Oh, so the sound switches. Okay, so we go from having la into having ra. I see. Very cute. Or the other way around. Capital R symbols, if you know what I mean. Alright, so no longer voiced fricative, but now rather the voiced uvular trill. Silence. Cool. That is a good thing to know. Vufunga, vichinga, bev, fuken, fordels. I don't even know if there is a long A in here. Olcht, pulinga, chul, olin, jedis, kukod. Ah, there we go. It does exist. Long A. Very good. And honestly, I think that's it for the changes in phonology that happened between these two eras here. I'm just going to scroll through it a little bit more before I can confirm it rather confidently. That is not supposed to be in there, is it? I don't think so. How did that happen? A lateral fricative just sitting in there? Farusahots. Fasuhlahots. Is that a thing? No, I think that was a typo that I somehow managed to get in there. I'm gonna not worry about that right now. Roj. Rota. Chona. Fahokilam. Figla. Kilnga. Dumuj. Pep. Dom. Fils. Yeah, no, I am confident that I have that whole phonology in there now. Ugh, yeah, no, that's pretty wild. Yeah, so, as according to how much heckin' work this is going to be, I think I am going to leave it here for tonight. So this is the structure for all of the words. Well, this is the structure for all the phonologies of the Descendent languages, and there's going to be a lot of Descendent languages happening, and they're going to be pretty many. There's going to be specific ones that I'm going to fully develop, especially ones that will pertain to the universe at the present, and that is going to be a lot of work for me. Perhaps I will do another live stream next Saturday where I work more on this, and hopefully I'll have more done in general already. But yeah, no, I think my time for the night has come. I don't want to bore you guys with the very slowly developing details of doing this, but we got the structure put together. We had a lot of good conversations, and we even played around a Geoguessr in the beginning. So I call that a success. So yeah, for now I am going to head out. I'm going to be hiking in the morning. Yeah, so if you actually are interested in the book, and it'll be a volume 2 version of the book someday in the future, then go to the links in the various other videos. It's not in this one because, of course, this is a live stream and I didn't have like the full link thingy set up. And then if you want to be so generous as to give some monetary support to me, if it even it's the choices are just $1 or $3. You could become a matron of mine. You'll get a special rank in a secret chat on the Discord server, and you will hold significant sway over me. So if you want to be my puppet master, go to patreon.com/nguh, not IPA nguh, but like NGUH nguh, and do that. I will love you forever. So far I think I've got like $7 a month on there right now, which is awesome. Yeah, I will be quite replenished in the morning. Hopefully enough to do a successful hike before the sun rises and it becomes 100 degrees outside. That would be very nice. So, alright, until next time, and I'll probably do another live stream next Saturday, so just stay tuned. Join the Discord, etc. Plug. There's merch that exists. It's in links, blah, blah, blah. Alright, see you guys next time. Nguh out.